Fisher just looking to really get on top of Allen here. 2 minutes remaining, over 2 minutes, and Allen could be on the brink here. Johnny Fisher has got to try and hold things together, get close, wrap him up, buy himself a little bit of time. Allen just wrestles him to the ground. Oh, get out. Good uppercut there from Allen, and looking for that big overhand right, and Fisher trying to get a hold of him. We're not even at the midway stage of the round here. Dave Allen is an experienced fighter, looking for that scything, chopping right. Good left hand on the inside, and Fisher's in trouble again there. Lovely left hook there from Allen, just caught him, same kind of punch that he got caught with in the previous round, not quite as high on the head.
Scores it 96-93 in favor of David Allen. And Judge Oliver Bryan scores it 95-94 for your winner. And now the WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Johnny Fisher.
Dave Allen won that quite simply. He outboxed him, he outsmarted him. It was a daylight robbery. Hi folks, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I just got back from the local bookies after collecting my winnings from 7 out of 7 accumulator on the undercard. And a single bet on the Fury versus Usyk fight to go the distance and Usyk to win. The clerk handed me the check and I gave him and the staff a Christmas tip. The next time they'll see me will be in February. Never gamble unless the odds are heavily in your favor. If you don't have that strong discipline, you could end up losing your shirt. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It won't cost you nothing and will help this channel grow. Thank you. What I am about to say and give my opinion is not a criticism. It's a constructive criticism, as I'm guessing Johnny Fisher hasn't had many amateur fights. Now, let's break down Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen and give our honest opinion. Johnny Fisher has a long way to go before he can step into the ring with Moses Utamo. He wouldn't last 2 rounds with Moses. He's in a different league to Fisher. When I sat down to watch Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen, I was expecting a competitive fight. What I got instead was a mockery of boxing. Please go and watch the fight again. It was blatantly obvious. This wasn't a fight. It was a stage showcase for Fisher. From the opening bell, it was painfully obvious this was designed to hype Fisher as the next big heavyweight star. But here's the reality. You can't polish a fighter who's not ready. The plan backfired and Fisher got exposed for what he really is. A raw, inexperienced prospect who's nowhere near ready for the spotlight. Let's look at what actually happened. Dave Allen showed up looking like he trained in a pub instead of a boxing gym. His conditioning was poor and he clearly wasn't taking the fight seriously. But even in that state, Allen outsmarted Fisher. He looked more composed and more experienced. On the other hand, Fisher looked lost from the start. When Allen dropped Fisher early in the fight, it wasn't even a well-executed shot. It looked like Allen just threw a simple straight punch out of habit. And yet, Fisher hit the canvas. It made me wonder, was that punch even part of the plan? Did Allen go off script? After that, Allen pulled back. He didn't press the action or capitalize on the knockdown. Most of the time, he was pressing him. Instead, he spent the next few rounds holding, leaning, and letting Fisher off the hook. It was as if someone told him, just don't make Fisher look bad. Here is the problem. Even with Allen holding back, Fisher still looked terrible. He swung wildly, wasting energy on punches with no strategy. His jab was non-existent. His footwork was awkward and slow. His defense, virtually non-existent. Every time Allen threw a punch, it landed clean. Fisher's head was a stationary target. He had no ring awareness and no adaptability. By the middle rounds, Fisher was completely exhausted. His stamina was gone. His punches had no snap. He looked like a drowning man grasping at straws, and Allen barely trying, yet still outboxing him. Imagine if Allen had been on top shape or actually trying to win. Fisher wouldn't have lasted. This fight was a marketing stunt gone horribly wrong. Eddie Hearn clearly tried to use this as a launchpad for Fisher. but instead he exposed his weaknesses to the world. It is what we learned about Johnny Fisher. He has no fundamentals, no jab, no footwork, no defense. He has no ring IQ. When things went wrong, he had no plan B. His stamina is embarrassing. He looked winded by the middle of the rounds. He relied solely on power, but even that couldn't phase a rusty, out of shape Dave Allen. Let's be brutally honest here. This wasn't a fight, it was an insult. An insult to the fans who pay to watch it. An insult to the sport of boxing. An insult to anyone who believed that hype around Johnny Fisher. If Dave Allen in his condition couldn't expose Fisher like this, what happens when Fisher faces a real contender? He'll get obliterated. Now, let me give you some perspective. When I walked into a Sir Phillips club in Croydon as a kid, that was donkeys years ago, I trained alongside Duke and Clinton McKenzie. We didn't start by throwing punches. We started with running, skipping, and building strength and stamina. We gradually learned the fundamentals of boxing, footwork, defense, and strategy. Boxing requires cardiovascular, endurance, strength, and agility, and fight IQ. Fisher lacks all of these. He relied on a one-punch strategy to win. But when he couldn't hurt Dave Allen, he had nothing left. He couldn't adapt because he doesn't know how to. If Fisher wants to salvage his career, he needs to go back to basics. Right now, he's not ready for the big stage. This fight should be a wake-up call for his team. Because if he steps into the ring with a serious contender, it won't just be embarrassing, it'll be dangerous. Thanks for watching, folks. Any comments, leave them below. Don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, and that notification bell. It won't cost you anything and help this channel grow. Once again, thank you for watching. See you next time.